Audio rolling. Sylvia Massy video. Scene 1, take 1. What's up? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. My name is Hyro and I'm a content creator in Toronto, Canada. I am a photographer, filmmaker, and drummer. And today's video, I am talking about an experience that I'm very freaking lucky to have had back in 2013. So this video today, I'm talking about my experience drumming with a professional band and working with a professional producer. And this producer is Sylvia Massy. For the people that don't know who she is, she's an amazing producer from the US. She was based out of LA, mainly California. I think she's in Oregon now. She produced the first album for Tool. I know. First album for System of a Down. I know. She's worked with Johnny Cash. She worked with Prince. She's worked with Norma Jean, one of my favorite bands. Amazing artist. How this came about is back in 2012, I was in a band called, should I say the name? Don't worry about the band. Not really, that band doesn't really, it's still out there, but it's not really making, I don't know, whatever. Long story, but we won't get into that. So I was in this band, I was the drummer. Okay, let's do it. I was in the band for a few years and we were working on an album, and the album never saw the light of day due to some issues. Well, I'm not even sure what the issue really was, to be honest. The album was pretty much made. All that it needed was just to finish the vocals, but the singer, owner of the band, I don't know, never got to it. There was something stopping him. And thinking back, like that was hard. I was heartbroken in a way because I put so much effort in a few years into this band to try to make something out of it, right? It's always It was like my dream to be a drummer and tour and all that. And don't get me wrong, like, there's no grudges. I am super grateful. Even I don't talk to the guy from the band, but I'm so grateful to, like, we had a friendship obviously for a few years, so I'm grateful for that. And the experiences, right? I got to play a few shows in Toronto or here in Canada. I played a Mud Club. That was my first show live after, I don't know, like 12 years, 14 years. Because I had a couple shows back home when I was like 16 and 17, when I was in a reggae band. I started playing the drums when I was 14. I'm turning 34 next month, so almost 20 years ago. And it's been on and off, right? Back home I had a band when I first was getting into drums. People from school were playing reggae. And then moved to Canada and kind of didn't drum. I didn't have the space or where to get drums. I ended up getting an electric kit. I still have it. It doesn't really work too well anymore. The module does, but... And I had an acoustic kit. I ended up buying the Joy Jordison Slipknot custom kit. Spent a couple grand on that. I had it for a month, and then I had to sell it because I was living in an apartment building, and I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Like, I had pads on it, and I'm like, well, there's no point in having this amazing kit if I can't, like, beat the crap out of it. So I did get to play one full week non-stop on a March break. Me and my ex went to her parents' cottage, and I took my kit. I didn't take the whole kit, but I took like the basic kit, and I drummed for a week. I drove her nuts. Well, she was a music teacher or music person, so it was okay. Back then I had a lot of drum covers on YouTube and stuff, so I was actually working my YouTube as a drumming cover channel, and it was doing really well. And then after I sold that kit and kind of slowed down the drum covers because I didn't get enjoyment out of doing it out of the electric kit, I ended up deleting everything really. And now thinking back, I don't regret it. I thought I probably should have been better off if I kept it, but then again, who knows? Shit happens for a reason. You make decisions, and then there's better opportunities or things that you can't even imagine moving forward. Skip forward to 2010 actually. I met the singer of the band through a friend, and they were looking for a drummer. I ended up auditioning, and for a month I was actually jamming. Back then it was a full band, and I was in the top 3 drummers. There was somebody that was obviously better than me, and they ended up going with him. And then life happens, the band kind of dismantled. I ended up just being a guitar player and the singer and the main, or the owner of the band. And then I just got a call or text hey, you want to audition again? 2 years after. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Peace. Pack it up!
So I always loved the music. Like, don't get me wrong, this is the thing. Even though like I don't talk to him or whatever, like I still truly believe he is super talented. One of the most talented people I've ever met, and I think that's what I heard the most. It's like I saw the potential, and he was just like wasting it, right? I'm like, fuck. And also too because I saw like I put in so much energy, like we could have gone far, but now thinking back, I think it was a good thing that we didn't, because who knows what the fuck would have happened. Maybe it would have been the whole cliche of rock and roll, sex and drugs, or I don't know. But anyway, so I got in the band. We played a show at Mod Club. We did Wenf. Did another couple shows in the city. So it was pretty cool. And then we're working on this album. At that point, like, there was always, well, I guess with every band, there's usually drama, or a lot of bands. So some of the members that were kind of coming back, or they were there when I joined, ended up kind of leaving. They had other plans for their lives, and you know, you drift apart and whatever, it happens. But then, but that pushed me and Ham to be so freaking creative, and literally it was just me and Ham, and we made such good songs. That's why, like, I still, that's why I ended up just deciding to make this video, because like the songs were really, really good. I think this album would have been freaking amazing. But like I said, I think something deep inside of him is like, I don't know, maybe he's afraid. He knows that he can do it and it will blow up, but I think he's also afraid of what door that might open. Kind of like the Nirvana thing, right? Like, just ideas flowing out of his head, just amazing music. But then everything with Nirvana, in that case, like, everything got so big so quick that fucked with his head. I think in this sense, maybe he thought he could have been that the same way. Guy's still alive and he's doing his thing. I actually noticed he took on some other hobbies that might have, I don't know, I might have planted some seeds. I wish him well, and like, it's actually good to see that he's still doing shit, right? And like I said, I'm pretty grateful, especially with this opportunity, right? Get to meet Sylvia Massy. How many people can say, first of all, they met her, they actually worked with her, and I got to work with her for a whole week here in Toronto at a main studio here in the city. And it was such an interesting experience. It was stressful too, because I was still in school. It's my first year of photography at Humber. So I would go to class until like 3 p.m, bus it 2 hours to Scarborough, go to the studio, and then stay there until like fucking 2 in the morning, go to school, do it again for like a whole week. The drum tracking was actually done previous to Sylvia coming to the city. Obviously the tracks from the actual music is not there, it's just the drum tracks, just my drum performance, so it's just drums, which technically is my intellectual property. I don't even know, I gotta find out about that too. But yeah, I loved how creating that album pushed me to be so creative, and like we came up with amazing songs, and we worked on the drums, and it was fun. And then it was my first experience at a massive studio, and my kit is not a high-end kit, but as long as you tune it and you have somebody that knows what they're doing at a studio, you're gonna sound good. And what I'm gonna show you is just straight from this camera with no onboard audio, so it's like might not be the greatest. I'm gonna maybe EQ it a little bit, try to make it sound okay. experience was freaking amazing. The drum tracking was so cool. I don't remember how many days we did. Couple days maybe? I think it was 2 days of full of drum tracking. Like, I don't know, 8 hours every day or some shit like that. It was pretty fun. And then, so fast forward, we get call, we get green light that Sylvia's coming. We spend a full week with her at the studio, and I'm gonna show you clips, just a few clips of her kind of on the board, just doing her thing. And the most amazing thing, and oh shit, 1 second. I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm not cutting that. Screw it. 1 take. So you'll see on the video, her process to work was so interesting, and like I learned so much, and she just radiates like love and energy and creativity. Like you feel like you're working with like a titan, with a superhero, like super crazy shit, man. I would come in, she'd be super sweet. She would sit there, listen to the track, then like okay, kind of analyze it. Then she would play it back, and then she would start playing on the console. And I'll put the clip right now. So she does her thing.
And you know what? It's just like, don't worry about like cracking or anything. Cracking would be nice. Push, push, push.
Okay.
You don't have to be safe. It's like one of those really obnoxious artists. It's like, I don't hear myself. I don't hear myself.
Turn it up.
Turn it up. I can't hear myself. Tap, 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 tap. Hello.
It's nice.
It's like, shut up.
I don't like the screen I've got at home.
I'm working as fast as I can.
I'm trying, okay? Leave me alone.
Two really help. Double pop.
I haven't slept in a year.
God,
check.
He is just so good.
Nada. Try again, manana.
Then what she did after that is every track that she worked on, she would work on the track for a bit. Once she's like, okay, I think it's good now, she would sit on the couch, and I actually had to go with her to, ended up going to Curry's, the art supply store. That was a whole cool adventure to going shopping with Sylvia Massy for art supplies. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, not too many people get to, one thing is a lot of people obviously get to work with her in studio, but not too many people get to do some of the things that I saw, right? Like, it was just so interesting and so cool, and I'm never gonna forget. I love her. So like in Curry's, I'm like, I'll admit I felt a little baller. I'm like, I'm with fucking Sylvia Massy just walking on, picking up art supplies. So then back at the studio, what she would do, like I mentioned, she would finish a song, then she would sit on the couch, and then she would paint. Not draw, but like actually like painting, right? And she would listen to the song, and then she just kind of like, as she's processing it too, she's painting, right? And what I realize is that now it makes sense. The energy that she was kind of getting from the song and the characters in the studio, from myself, the singer, our producer, and the producer assistant, is like, I don't know, there was this cool little thing that she would channel like this energy from the songs and from us, and then put it on this painting.
All right. Ow! Ow! Number 2 in the can.
Yeah.
What you doing
Sleepwalking
there,
now?
Sylvia?
Yeah, let's just do sleepwalking.
Sure.
Fuck audition.
Purdy ducks. So purdy.
They're gonna be evil ducks.
Yeah, all you gotta do to make a duck evil is give it an eye.
That is so awesome.
It's angry.
That's all it takes. One eyebrow.
So she made a few paintings. I think she made 1, 2, 3. One you'll see 2 here on this clips. So there's the ducks. I'll put that clip, which is kind of funny. And then she made this super dope pterodactyl. And then she made this. So there's a Sylvia Massy original, right? It's a whale, and the cool thing is I saw this come to life. She just sat there, and she, with a pencil, just started outlining, blah, blah, blah. Next thing I know, she's painting it, and boom, right? I have a little card here, just with her email and stuff. Then she like signed here in the back. It says, Hyro. I don't know if this is focus. It says, Hyro. Thanks for the Greek food leftovers, Sylvia. We went for like dinner one night, everybody, and even some of our fans. And I don't know, I don't remember like why that came about, but anyways. So the story behind this one specifically is that, like I said, the whole energy, and she would channel these things that would happen, or that she would feel from the songs and everything. And as you can see, this whale's like pretty sad. It's almost like it's depressed. Like there's hope because there's the sun, there's good shit happening, yet like I don't know, there's something that's not clicking right. And that's kind of how I was feeling in school. I was enjoying it, but I just I was suffering from depression, anxiety, and panic attacks while I was in school and doing this stuff with the band. Actually, my anxiety was pretty much the lowest, I guess, that it was at that time. And I don't know. I don't know why. Like she sent something and she put it on like this. One thing that I'm really grateful and I feel even luckier is that the paintings, the duck and the pterodactyl, she actually took him back to LA with her, because she's like, it's not to say that this one, maybe this one wasn't to the quality or wasn't as good, or you know what, I don't give a fuck because I have it in my possession. She left it for me. Maybe, I don't know why she left it, to be honest. I'm really grateful for the signature at the bottom. I'm really grateful to have this. And then the biggest thing that kind of like, it just filled my heart too, was she would listen to the songs and then getting a compliment from frickin' Sylvia Massy saying that you're a good drummer when she's worked with Danny Carey from Tool. I don't know his name, from System of a Down. I don't know who the drummer was at that time in Norma Jean. I think she only engineered for Norma Jean. She might have not produced. And getting a compliment from her saying that you're a good drummer. And back then, I was okay. I guess I'm an okay drummer. I guess I consider myself a little better now because I don't practice as much, but I find I'm more creative. I'm able to do more freestyles and just shit off the top of my head, as before I'll be good, but if I would like practice something really long, or if I do covers, right? Now I find myself being able to just sit on the kit and let it flow out of me, right? So yeah, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place with this, but deal with it. Thank you so much for watching. So then after that, yeah, she mixed the album. It sounded fucking amazing, and all we had to wait for was the vocals, right? So I do remember why the vocals weren't done when she was here. The singer actually got really, really sick. He had some kind of throat infection. Like, he couldn't sing. He was out. So we're like, fuck it. She mixed it in a way that he could go back in, just do the vocals, and then pop them in, and it would be kind of like only needed a little tweak. He kept pushing it and pushing it. The last thing was, I was back in school, I think second year, and so that would have been 2014 October. And he's like, yeah, I'm booking it. I'm going to finish them. He kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And then I think that October, I'm like, dude, you know what? I appreciate everything that you've done and giving me this opportunity, but I'm like, I think I need to move on. Because it was bringing too much stress to me to do school full time. Think of this band too, but then there was this, like, I knew I don't know, like I said, it was something that he was going through. I don't know what it was. And so he never did it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm out. Actually, I skipped something. Before I left, actually, at that point, I asked a friend to join. She was a bass player, which in the future she ended up turning being my ex. And yeah, we played a couple more shows, and we were like getting back to a full band almost. And yeah, me and my ex at the time, or we were friends at that time, we decided to back out and leave the band because, yeah, there was, another thing, he moved somewhere else, so then we couldn't jam. I'm back. I totally forgot that this cuts at 19 or 20 minutes. So, what was I saying? Yes, so we were in the band, and he ended up moving, and we were gonna do a show for my ex's 60th, for her dad's 60th, and this guy ended up kind of flaking on us last minute, so after that we like, that's not cool. And yeah, we both left the band. So yeah, I don't know. After everything, it was a really good experience. I don't regret anything. And I guess if I could do it again, I would have done it the same way. I'm in a happy place now. I am grateful that I've been able to do all kinds of shit that I like, from playing drums since I was 14. I played live shows. I worked with producers, been in studios and stuff. I'm pretty satisfied. Even if I wouldn't get to play in another band again, like, I'm cool. I'm okay with that. Because I do my own thing, my drum covers and stuff, and I'm kind of getting back into that too. And I want to really practice more making music, like actually original music and producing other types of music. I've done a few songs that I know they're not the greatest, but this is just me. This is my process, right? Me learning. Yeah, so stay tuned for the next video as well. I'm going to be talking, it's somewhat music related as well, but more about filmmaking. It's about a short film that I made, so it's going to be a behind the scenes, but there's a underlying theme about it, about when things don't go according to plan. So you have something planned, let's say you have an idea that you're working with somebody and you have everything set, and then shit changes, things doesn't go how it's planned, people flake, this. What do you do? How do you manage to take a different route to get to the end goal, even though you're getting roadblocks? And then when everything just kind of literally falls apart and everything's kind of kiboshed, what do you do? Like, I had a shitload of footage and then I repurposed it for something else, but that's for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. Like this video, share it because sharing is caring, and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, I don't know, it's there, whatever. If you like what I do, please consider supporting me. Right now especially, I know we're going through very tough times, and financially we don't know what's in the future for a lot of people, but the main thing is that we're healthy. So stay home, make sure you do your due diligence, wash your hands, 20 seconds, beatbox while you do it. 5, 10, I don't know. Sing happy birthday twice, I think it is. Don't go outside if you don't have to. For everybody that's still working and doing essential work, thank you so much for keeping us safe. We can beat this, but we just gotta be smart about it and just stay home. And I know it's easy to say, I've been staying home for 2 years since I graduated because I work from home. I go and shoot my jobs and then I edit here. So I'm used to being at home weeks at a time. So there's nothing new to me. I know a lot of people are having trouble with that. The only thing that sucks is that I'm alone, so I can't see my family, but I know they're safe, so it's all good. Hope you're safe, hope you're well. Yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.
What are you smiling about?
I'm just,
She's watching Ken.
happy. I'm just so happy.
That's good. Glad you're happy.